Sunday is always slow in news, especially sports news in there for you because I think they are doing like what we call the recap of the week, and most stories in there are always old according to what we are seeing right now. But today they are not old stories. Lots of stories are really coming through onto this channel. We are talking about a player who goes by the name of Trawley, right back, playing in this league playing in League One. Arsenal having an interest in him, though my reservation is at him being at 30 years of age. Why should Arsenal bring in a player who is 30 years of age? Then the announcement of a player who goes by the name of Gabriel Jesus that has been pointed out with a source of ESPN from Brazil. Note that because everything concerning Gabriel Jesus started way back from Brazil joining Arsenal. Then Raphinha in Spain with his agent Deco in there for you, and we don't know what they are really all up to. Thomas Partey was talked about returning in training, and today Charles Watts have confirmed that Ken Tierney is also going to start training with Arsenal tomorrow in there for you. And those are the stories that we're having today, and we're really going to talk loads onto that, onto this channel in here. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, or you've been watching us for the you've been watching us always, and you've not yet subscribed to our channel, head into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel in here all together. Let's get straight into this. We are really first celebrating the birthday of a former Arsenal, or a former Gunner at Arsenal, who goes by the name of Nasri. Me who supports United that season. Nasri, when he came in at Arsenal, because he came in at 2008. I remember it like yesterday. Arsenal beat United by 2-0. All those goals were scored by Nasri. Nasri destroyed the entire Manchester United back four, especially Gary Neville. He really had a hard time. Nasri was a different kind of player, but it's so shocking that at the age of 35, he has already retired. People are playing football until the age of 40, and Nasri already retired. From Arsenal, he went in at Man City. Pep Guardiola came in and they never liked him. He sold him. He went to Italy. He went back to France, and the career was dead. But he played for Arsenal from 2008 to 2011. Those are 3 years. He played 86 games and scored 18 goals for a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Happy birthday, Nasri, who makes 35 years today. He's making 35 years of age today. That is Nasri in for you. But the most annoying bit of it, we never really saw him reach his ceiling in his career. That's it. He was very much talented. By that time, Arsenal had players like Rosicky, Heleb, Fabregas, Adebayo. No, Adebayo had already left for Man City, I think. They had a player who goes by names of Song Bilong, Matthew Flamini, Eboué, Gar Cliche. They had a lot of players who were really doing great into that Arsenal squad, but to me, Nasri was a disappointment. He's one of those players who sits back down there and says, I would have been better than this. I believe his personal life management really made him go astray in his career. Of course, he went astray in his career. I'm not ashamed to say this. Nasri went astray in his career. I repeat it. Nasri went astray in his career because he would have done better than this in there for you. So happy birthday, Nasri, 35 years of age, quit football. I think he announced his retirement way back, and that was like last year in there for you. Now, Arsenal have been linked to a player who is 30 years of age. He plays for Rennes. He's known as Trawley. Trawley, this story has been broken by All Heart at AFC. He says in his own story, I know someone who is currently sorry about that. I know someone who is currently living in France for business reasons. He told me that he met Rennes defender Trawley, who plays as a right back. The 30-year-old told him that Arsenal are interested in signing him this summer, but the negotiations are quiet. He said this yesterday, and when he said that negotiations are quiet, then a story from France emerged. Guess what? Mohamed T. Paris from France in there. He comes out, he's a journalist from France. He has come out and said Reims captain Hamadi Trawley is expected to leave the club this summer and is considering a variety of offers. So the player is considering a move away from a side which goes by the names of Reims. Reims Hamadi Trawley is a good fullback who was linked to a move to PSG last summer. In there for you. That is him in there for you, and he is really a very good centre back in there for you. To me, I believe it's the agent of the player trying to find for him a move. Being 30 years of age, and we look at Arsenal, Austin David of the Athletic came out and told us that Arsenal really want fullbacks. But when Arsenal gets in Lisandro Martinez, that means they're not going to sign in a left back because he plays into the central defense, in the central midfield, and the left back. But that means Arsenal are so much interested into the right back, and they want to offload Derek Suarez. They also want to offload a player who goes by the names of Hector Bellerin. So all those are central defenders that Arsenal want to get rid of. You get? Arsenal wants to get rid of those two. So that means they have to get in a right back. Even Maitland-Niles is... Arteta prefers to play him as a right back, but for him he says he wants to be played in the midfield. But even when he went to AS Roma, where Jose Mourinho is, he was played as a centre back. He was played as a right back, not in the midfield. So I think he needs to discover himself more and more. But he was yearning for a move to Everton. I don't know whether Frank Lampard would be interested in such a player, but we wait and see what really happens in there for you. But this player, however much is 30 and is trying to put himself to Arsenal, that is being interested in Arsenal, and his agent is really trying to trade him all around. He is good. He's good. He's good because if at all you play in League One and you play 33 games a season, 3 goals and 10 assists. Guys, do you know that only Emily Smith-Rowe, let's not even go to Emily Smith-Rowe. Let's go to the highest scorer of Arsenal. It's Bukayo Saka. Let's look at his stats last season. And you're going to see why this guy is so much. I don't know whether Arsenal has genuine interest in him, but I believe he can really add a lot to Arsenal. Look at Bukayo Saka. 38 games played. You get 11 goals and 7 assists. That means in 38 games, Bukayo Saka was involved in 18 goals. You get? Now, check out Hamadi Trawley. He's a right back. Remember, Bukayo Saka is a forward. Now we are talking about the right back. The right back in 33 games, 3 goals and 10 assists. That is 13 goal involvements in 33 games. That is a very huge output. Because even when you look at Trent Alexander-Arnold, did he even register 10 assists? I doubt. Robertson, did he in the Premier League? That's what I'm really talking about. You get? However much I'm not so much convinced with this deal of this guy that Arsenal are interested in him, but if at all they are interested in him, he can come out and help Arsenal. He gives Arsenal what Tomiyasu cannot give them. He can't be a regular starter for Arsenal, but because the 5 substitution rule has been put to action, it's very much okay when Arsenal is really searching for goals. You take out Tomiyasu because he's so much defensive and he helps you almost only when Arsenal is being attacked. And when Arsenal is attacking, don't expect Tomiyasu to come in and do the needful. Then you take him off the pitch and you bring in Hamadi Trawley. He can really come on and do well because he plays really very well. His final ball is just extraordinary. And if at all Arsenal really go in for him, it can be really a very good player in there for you. And secondly, they might be interested in him because they feel like he has a very good technique on the ball to go on and teach Tomiyasu how to use that technique. Teams do it. Look at how United did it on a player who goes by the names of Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's final ball was really poor and ugly. Then when Alex Telles came in through, who has a better technique, I think they started training together and Telles was telling him, this is how they really put on a ball like this. You get? And then Luke Shaw, ever since Telles came in through, Luke Shaw has so much improved. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, before he was sacked at Manchester United, that's why he wanted to bring in Kylian Trippier. Because for him, he believes that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is good defensively, but going forward, and that final ball is really lacking for him. And he thought that bringing in Kylian Trippier will help Aaron Wan-Bissaka to do that, and that was exposing himself as a coach that he cannot really improve onto a player like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Yet they brought on a set piece coach at Manchester United, because a set piece coach must be so much good on crossing the ball. You must be having a very good technique. So I believe if at all this lad comes in at Arsenal, and if at all there is genuine interest for Arsenal for him, this lad will come in and cause the best for Arsenal in there for you. Let's wait and see. It has not yet hit the UK media, but you never know. Tomorrow is Monday, and Monday tomorrow players return, especially for the Premier League, return for training. Arsenal, Manchester United, and very many other teams apart from Man City and Liverpool. Liverpool are returning on 4th of July. That is like next Monday. That's when they are returning. So we wait and see whether the story really is going to be picked in by the English press there for you, because very many stories have been picked on by the English press after they've been really let out from the several countries or respective countries where the players they're talking about hail from. So that is Amari in race in there for you, 30 years of age. He's a good fullback, of course. He was linked to PSG last summer, but PSG thought that Hakimi was a better option, and they went in for Hakimi, and he never really got to that side where he wanted to go. But currently he really wants a move away from a side which goes by the names of Rennes, and I know his agent is really trying to make the noise. And okay, here at Rokani Media Football, we've made the noise for you. You never know, an agent can be there and really looking for right back, and then you can come in there for you, because being linked to Arsenal really throws your name to every team that wants a right back. And what the coaches of respective teams will do, they'll call for those clips of that player playing as a right back, defensively, attacking, and how he presses. He press resistant, because the modern game is so much onto that. Are you comfortable on the ball? Are you technically gifted? And I think the combination of this lad really puts him to a level of playing at any Premier League team in there for you. And when you look at other teams, I know the Premier League, they need right backs, and they really need one, and they might go out for him. So coaches might be getting an alert from this story in there for you, being broken from France in there for you. So yesterday we reported that Thomas Partey is going to be fit and is going to start training with Arsenal on Monday. Now Charles Schwartz has come out and really given us a double combination of players that are really going to be fit for Arsenal. Thomas Partey and Kian Tierney should be fit for the beginning of the preseason, according to Charles Schwartz. Charles Schwartz is really a football correspondent for Arsenal at goal. That is Charles Schwartz in there for you. But that's not... Should we even react to that? Because we expect them to come back, because even Thomas Partey, before the end of the season, he had started to show us glimpses of him doing some gym work. And Mikel Arteta said, I'm not going to hurry you back into my starting 11, because we are preparing for the other season. This season is done. We've even achieved, because Arsenal overachieved, by the way, last season. No one really gave them that fifth position. No one thought that we would even go into the UEFA Europa League. Maybe Arsenal were even chasing to go in the Conference League, but they're into the UEFA Europa League, and they have been players that they're really going to sign. They're really going to come out and do better. Kian Tierney, I really like the way he plays, but injuries are making me hate him, because however good you are, when you are an injury-prone player, whenever your team wants you most, you won't be available. Then what's the cause of having you in our team? You get? That's the problem in there for you. So Thomas Partey and Kian Tierney are back. Remember, Kian Tierney is contending to be the Arsenal captain, and he is into that equation with Martin Odegaard. A story from Portugal has come out and indicated that Fabio Vieira might be the captain of Arsenal also, because he has been captaining the under-21 of Portugal. And they really said, talking about Fabio Vieira being a captain of under-21 Portugal, it really points out something that most of the people have not yet really given an ear or detailed attention. Mikel Arteta is really trying to bring in players who are really having leadership skills. Fabio Vieira is a leader at under-21 Portugal. When you look at Trawley is the captain. So he really wants to have leaders on the field of play. When I was reading an article of McLaren is going to be one of the coaching staff, is going to be part of the coaching staff of Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United. He was once a coach at Manchester United under Ferguson, and when they won a treble, he was still there, though he really left and went in for a solo career to start to manage his own football teams. But there is something he said that I really want to point out on Fabio Vieira and Hamari Trawley, all of them being captains for their respective teams. Though the other one, Hamari Trawley for Rennes and Fabio Vieira for the under-21s of Portugal. He said that you must be having 5 leaders in your team. 5 leaders. Now when you have Odegaard, Fabio Vieira, which other captain do Arsenal have? Is it Tomiyasu? Whether they are captain of the national team, where in their previous team they are captains, it really helps you and gives you a very good mentor and mindset for their players to improve, because you know you have 5 leaders and they must be taking leadership on the pitch, off the pitch, and everywhere. You get? Those are the leaders that Arsenal want. So Arsenal might be chasing for such leaders when we don't know in there for you. Let's go to William Saliba. Chris Whitley has come out and said William Saliba contract talks going positively, with Frenchman set to return for pre-season training shortly. The French defender will be at Arsenal for 2022-2023 season, as confirmed by Mikel Arteta and people close to the player. There is a story I've missed out on this story. William Saliba, Arsenal wants him back, but Marseille have really put a lot of attention and pressure and money on Arsenal. They want William Saliba to go and play that side. Of course, William Saliba would like to stay at Marseille because it's where he has really gotten loads of invitation by Deschamps on the French national team, and he believes that he will go on and do the needful and go to the World Cup. But when it comes in at Arsenal, it's really going to be very tricky. We hope Deschamps does not do a Louis van Gaal. You get? Louis van Gaal did something bad for his former team, Manchester United, that he coached, and he was sacked. You know what he said? He told Malacia and Julian Timber that if at all you to get Manchester United, make sure you're going to be playing game in, game out. If at all you don't play a game every week, I'm not taking you to the World Cup. I'm not. That is Louis van Gaal for you. So we pray that Deschamps doesn't really put there any blocking factor for William Saliba, telling him that if at all you go to Arsenal and don't play game in, game out, we are really going to go and really let you out. Because at Arsenal is coming, there is already a central defense partnership that has developed between a player who goes by the names of Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes. It really conceded very few goals. Sorry, they kept in a couple of clean sheets, close to 13 clean sheets that Arsenal kept last season, courtesy of that central defense. Now, who is going to break into? Alessandro Martinez being linked to Arsenal or William Saliba? Who do you think can link? Who do you think is going to break into there? To me, I will believe that William Saliba will always come in and play. Then Tomiyasu will go on and will go on and be benched, because Ben White also plays well at the right back of the side, which goes by the names of Arsenal, and can really go in there and do the info. That's my thoughts. I don't know what your thoughts are onto that story, but William Saliba is wanted at Arsenal, but Marseille. Sorry about that. But Marseille are still clinging on a move for him to stay at Marseille, and they want to pay Arsenal a good amount of money to have him, because they're going to play in the Champions League. Then the biggest story of the day, Gabriel Jesus could be announced as an Arsenal player on Monday. Oh my God. Gabriel Jesus could be announced as an Arsenal player on Monday. Correspondent from ESPN Brazil, that is João Castelo Branco. So João Castelo Branco, a reliable source from Brazil, has told us that Gabriel Jesus' announcement could be tomorrow. That is Monday. I doubt. However much has been said it, but I doubt that it's going to be Monday. Do you know why I doubt? It's simple. A medical, look at Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira, I think they announced his deal on, was it Wednesday? I think it was a Wednesday. And it took Arsenal, and he came and did a medical on Thursday. Then he was announced on Friday. So, where is Gabriel Jesus? Gabriel Jesus is not in London. And I don't think he's in Europe. Gabriel Jesus looks like he's in Brazil. Now, to fly from Brazil to United Kingdom. Let's see the flight. Brazil to UK. Flights. The flight time. They say it's 11 hours and 5 minutes. Has he already flown into here? Has he already flown to London? That is my doubt. Because we would have already known that Gabriel Jesus has flown to London. But he has not yet flown. Now let's calculate. If at all he is flying, because this story was broadcasted around yesterday night at 10, I think it was around 23 hours, right? 23 hours. Now, if at midnight he flew from Brazil, that is Gabriel Jesus, that means it requires him to arrive in United Kingdom. What time is that in United Kingdom right now? It's 15 hours. Yeah, it's 13 hours in the United Kingdom. He has just arrived right now. We are just insinuating, drawing a picture to see to it that whether this is really realistic that it can be announced on Monday. He's in London right now. So he's really going to do his medical immediately like that. I think Arsenal would like a lapse of news to go in and come in through and really confirm that he has arrived in London, he's undergoing a medical, because that really adds a lot to the transfer. To me, I really believe that it's not Monday. It's not Monday. I've never seen Arsenal announcing a player after he has just done his medical. Even if he's doing his medical tomorrow in London Conley, I don't really believe that he's really going to go ahead and be announced tomorrow. I believe his deal is happening next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, latest Thursday, expect a big announcement in there, the side which goes by names of Arsenal. Expect it, and I really do believe that this correspondent from Brazil, who goes by the name Castelo Branco, has really connections in there for you from the agent. But I know the deal is happening next week. But Monday, I believe it's going to be too early. If you tell me Tuesday, I can allow, because Monday can come in, do the interview, do the medicals, do the interviews, hold the shirt number, and then do the needful and really go ahead and get everything done. You get? So that is a story of a player who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus. But everything is done. Everything for Gabriel Jesus is done. We are just waiting for the final announcement in there for Arsenal. Let him go and do a medical, because it has been scheduled. It's happening next week. And Man City have given them a go to go on and do the needful in there for your personal terms have been agreed. Close to £220,000 a week for Gabriel Jesus, are rumored to be going to be his weekly wages, and £45 million plus £5 million add-ons are expected to exchange hands from Arsenal to a side which goes by names of Man City, and those add-ons will depend on the performance of the player. You get? So we get into the last story, guys. It's all about Raphinha. Raphinha is currently in Spain, on the Spanish island of Ibiza, seemingly on holiday with his agent Deco. As shown by post to his Instagram story, he has now met up with his agent, former Chelsea player and Barcelona midfield Deco, to enjoy the off-season. Now, when you look at that story, it's double-edged. It pinches Arsenal this side and pinches Barcelona the other side, because Barcelona is so much in need of Raphinha. There is a story I've read from Barcelona showing that Raphinha has paused his move to Arsenal. I'm really trying to get the source and really do it in my next story, but it said that Raphinha is pausing his move to Arsenal. Reason being, he believes that Barcelona can really go on and do something. I told you that players from Brazil and South America very much want to play for Barcelona or Real Madrid, because Those teams are so much famous that side, and most of the stars that Brazil has seen raise up to the levels have played for either Barcelona or Real Madrid. Dalima Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Welts, very many. Kaka, which other player? Emerson, very many players of Brazil that have really made it to the world map and won Ballon d'Ors have really gone ahead to come in through and do the needful and really be successful at a side which goes by the names of Barcelona. So the reason as to why everything is like this, it's because this player who goes by the names of Raphinha believes that Barcelona can go on and get something done in there for you. So that is Raphinha in there for, and he's with Deco in there for you, and we don't know what they're discussing, whether they're discussing a move to a side which goes by names of Arsenal or not. We cannot come on here and speculate, but all I can tell you is that they are at a side which goes by the names of Ibiza in Spain, and they are really doing the needful for themselves in there. As you see there, you see that is Deco and a player who goes by the names of Raphinha. That is Raphinha in Spain with the agent, and Arsenal might really get afraid because they know that if he's in Spain, he's in Ibiza. Are they going to meet Laporte, the president of Barcelona, and really agree a deal? Don't be afraid, Arsenal guys. These people don't have money. They don't have money. What Arsenal have to do, they just have to hurry up and sign up Raphinha before 30th, before 30th June. That's when United is really expected to get money and cash in for De Jong. And De Jong, United is going to pay £75 million, but they'll first pay 65 for starters. Now, it will depend whether Xavi wants Lewandowski first or Raphinha. Any of those, you get? So I think it's better for Arsenal to go in and cash in for a player who got on Raphinha at £65 million to Leeds and get the player early enough, because you never know how things are really going to unfold, because Barcelona are planning to get money from Manchester United, but are they spending it on Lewandowski? Because Lewandowski is valued at 50 million euros and Raphinha is valued at 75 million euros. So I don't know whether Barcelona want to put their money first, but I really believe that it's going to be Lewandowski. So Arsenal fans, don't get frustrated. But Raphinha and his agent Deco are in Spain and they've met up. You know, they're talking business in there for you, and at least they know where they are going. For them, they know. But according to what is happening in the news, it looks like Raphinha is coming to Arsenal. Raphinha is coming to Arsenal because Spurs have pulled out. They're really chasing in for Richarlison, because Richarlison can play in 3 positions. That is the right wing, or the right forward role where Raphinha plays, the left forward role, even Raphinha plays it, but Richarlison goes ahead to play as a centre forward, and Raphinha cannot play as a centre forward. So they really believe that if at all Hurricane gets an injury, they don't have a replacement, so they are going in for Richarlison. And the president of the team, which goes by the names of Spurs, Danny Levy, has released £100 million. £100 million. So for them, they are going in for Richarlison. They have really left Raphinha to really go to Arsenal in there. For the summer players to Chelsea, who are competing in for him, they've also left the deal, and they really believe that Raheem Sterling and Ousmane Dembele are realistic targets for them. So the battle is in between Arsenal and Barcelona. But who has the money? Arsenal has the money, Barcelona has the name. And in this business, if you don't have money, no right to speak. So Barcelona have no right to speak into this level where we are right now, because they don't have the monies, and it's only Arsenal that have the monies. And I really believe that according to the situation, it's like a solo race. Arsenal are really chasing themselves alone for Raphinha, and they can take their time in there for you. Feel free to go into the comment section, tell me what you think about his goal, the right back, Trawley of Rennes to Arsenal, being linked to Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus announcement expected on Monday. Raphinha in Spain with agent Deco. You don't know what they're talking about, but I think they're really talking about Arsenal, because it's Arsenal who is going to meet their real evaluation in there for you. And Thomas Partey and Kian Tierney returning in training tomorrow in there for you. But expect lots of news tomorrow, because we are really going to get lots of stories from the training ground and the first training, the preseason training, how it's going to go. Remember, Arsenal are playing Nuremberg, I think, on the 5th of July. Let me be exact in here for you. Arsenal are really having lots of games, preseason games. When you look this season, Arsenal are really going to play Nuremberg on the 8th of July. That means they are training for how many days? They are training for 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. They are training for 11 days. After 11 days, they are going to play their first game against Nuremberg, and they will go ahead to play against Everton on the 17th of July. After playing against Everton on the 17th of July, they'll go ahead in America to play against Orlando City. Then they will play Chelsea in the Florida Cup final. Then their last game is going to be at Emirates as they play in the Emirates Cup final against Sevilla. That's going to be a very good game, and we expect to see almost all Arsenal signings available in there for you. Then they open up their season with Crystal Palace on Friday. That's Arsenal for you. Rokani David have been my names, and spread the love like never before by subscribing to this channel. I'm out for now. See you later.